Hello everyone, my name is Tom Renji and welcome back to another episode of the Survival Let's Play series. This is episode 35 and as you can see over here, I am standing in my creeper farm. If you guys haven't seen my last episode, I managed to finish decorating my creeper farm, which I made it look like a giant monolithic structure, kind of like a rock thingy. That's actually a mouthful to say, but anyway, yeah, I really like the design for this one. I've been thinking a lot on what to call this build, but now it has a name. If we go over here in this, as you can see, this rock itself is now called the Cherry Rock Isle. So I think that name fits the description pretty well because it's a giant rock, there's a cherry tree on top, and it looks like an island. So yeah, there's nothing really fancy about it. But anyway, inside there's also a name for the inside, which is now called the Creeper Caverns. And as you can see, there's a creeper burning inside, which does make sense for the name itself because you can hear the creepers screaming inside, and it's now turning into a gunpowder that actually works pretty well. I mean, the farm itself is working pretty well. I'm not really sure if I'm going to retain this sign here in the middle. I'm thinking if I'll probably have it over here, maybe. Also, before I forgot, I would like to have a big shout out to Sam29 for giving me a suggestion to my YouTube community post for naming this cave over here, which is now called the Creeper Caverns. And yeah, really I'm thankful for the comments and suggestions. So if you guys have any comments or suggestions, please comment down below on the video. And yeah, let's get on with the episode. Okay, so to start our episode today, I think what I'm going to do first is to make the build for our AFK area. So I'm going to be removing this ugly platform over here. And once that is done, we are going to be doing some of the projects that is listed over in our project wall. So probably the kelp farm or the bamboo farm. Yeah, as you can see over in my inventory, I've already gathered some of the materials that I'll be needing off for the build. So I've gathered this off camera because gathering materials is really time consuming. So yeah, without further ado, I guess let's roll the time lapse. Let's go. Okay, I guess this one. And before the reveal, I guess I just need to go down here to recover the dirt that has fallen. So the build is actually a poor attempt, a very poor attempt on doing a steampunk build if you watch the time-lapse video. And are there any other dirt that's falling? Okay, here's another one. So yeah, this is my very poor attempt on making a steampunk build, and I just used a lot of oxidized copper. If you have seen me, placing some copper blocks over here before, I just finally used some of those blocks for this build. But it looks I don't know what to say. I mean it looks okay, I guess. To be honest, I did this part over here, which is kind of like a curved sail, I got lazy when I was trying to build that, but I think we can. And there it is. So it looks like a spherical. Oh yeah. So there's actually, this is like a ladder, but you can't really see that. You can't really see the hanging signs from afar. That's why when we were trying to go near it, it just pops out. Also in this spot, yeah, I guess this spot looks good for a viewing point. This is actually the head of the build, and it's kind of like a diagonal ship, spherical ship, a steampunk ship. I'm not really sure what to call it, but that's just how I imagine it. At first, I was actually doing a more oval shape, and I was thinking if I would want to add a balloon, like a giant hot air balloon, but it's more looking like a steampunk design. But while I was trying to envision how I would want to make this, I got lazy because I think I am having a hard time to create a spherical balloon at the top. That's why, you know what, screw it, I'm just going to add a sail. Let's see the actual build itself. As you can see over here, so this build is actually a diagonal design. So the head of the ship is right over here. This spot is actually so this is kind of like a booster thruster rocket at the side of the build. Let's fly over in this direction. Yes, as you can see, it's like I just imagine that this is kind of like a tube-like structure that is emitting a small light, or should I say flames? Maybe. I actually wanted to build this, I think, over here in this part, so that it's more symmetrical for the head of this structure, because this is the entrance and this is also the kind of like a front facing of the build. I think having a not symmetrical build is also a good thing, so that's why I made it here in this side. Let's try to fly around a bit so that we can see all the sides. So as you can see, there's a machine, and here at the bottom there's like a three propellers that is facing downward. I really wanted to make it, you know, facing here across, but it's really hard to do that in a diagonal build. So that's why I decided to, you know what, let's just make it facing downwards as if the propeller is trying to fan the air underneath. That's why this thing is keeping afloat. So if we go inside, as you can see, it's really spacious. So this is it. The interior, it's nothing much, I suppose. So I just placed some random stuff that I found in my storage area. So I just put a furnace, you know, and then there's like a somewhat of a pipe, you know, going over in this direction. So I'm not sure what this thing would be. Maybe it's powering the whole ship. Maybe this is a container for a fuel. I don't know. You know, we put some coal over here and then turns into fuel. And over in this side, as you can see, there's what they call this, two levers. So if you pull this out, this would turn off the booster thrusters here at the side. So this one over here is the hanging signs. As you can see, you can't really go down over here because you can step above the hanging signs. I really like the combination of the cyan and the orange. So I think what's missing for this build is the added variants of oxidized coppers. And I really wanted to, you know, shave off some of this oxidized copper. But sadly, I don't have a bee farm yet, so I couldn't wax any of this. So I'm just probably going to leave this to cyan for now, and maybe I guess we can do a bee farm today. Maybe. We go over here. Yeah, there's so many mechanical bits sticking out. So I really like what I did over here, which is having some spruce trapdoors here on the sides. It kinda adds a little bit of brownish highlights for the build, you know. So as you can see, my build palette for building this is more of a cyan, then the brown for the spruce, the orange for the acacia logs, and if we go at the top, we have a antenna that I put over here, and I also added some lightning rods because as you can see, our build is composed of wood blocks, especially the roof, and we don't want to get this struck by lightning when we're trying to AFK and then got burned down. So this thing is used for somewhat steering when the wind blows, so you can control which direction this airship, or I don't know what do you want to call this, maybe an airship, you can control the direction in which the ship would go. What do you guys think? Yeah, I think I pulled it off really well. Obviously there are some things that I wanted to use as well, such as, you know, the wax variants of the oxidized copper, but if you manage to build a bee farm somewhere over here on our village, we can, you know, try to wax some of it, you know. Not really sure if this also give us a lot of gunpowder while I was trying to build this, because I haven't really seen the gunpowder production for a while. Let's see if... Okay. When I was trying to build the this thing at the top, I think my gunpowder was like somewhere over here maybe for this chest. think this one is half. And then this one, yeah, probably over here. Guess we don't need to save up some gunpowder. We can use as many firework rockets as much as we can now. So that's actually good. Guess that makes this build complete. Now, oh, what the heck? Oh. Okay. I'm really sorry if I killed your friend. I mean, your friend is too loud, you know? Okay, so I guess John is not angry now. But yeah, unfortunately, I'm going to end it here for today. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I know it's kind of short, but our recording is really long now, so I'll probably do the next build off camera or probably in the next episode. So I promise I'm going to become more productive in making things livelier here on our base. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. And if you have comments and suggestions, please leave them down below in the video. I'm going to read them all. So anyway, as always, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.